Hello, I'm Katherine Ryan, and each week, two guests write me a dirty story to a naughty theme, and the raunchiest story wins. Coming up this week...
I just said something and then regretted it instantly and wondered how much say I have over the edit.
It's like a cancelable offense, isn't it?
But I'm afraid Daddy's load is too big to handle alone.
Whoa.
Your name's Ed and you've got ED.
Sorry, so you're saying that my penis isn't working?
What a criminally insane man you are.
Yeah, that is...
Oh my God. As I tuned into the evening news, I was about to flick off until a curious story began to air. A sick surgeon and a dirty doctor had been caught in a compromising position after hours in the MRI machine. What a horrid hospital, I thought. What a horrid, horny hospital indeed. I went to turn off the TV, but as I started to rub my remote, thoughts of a rude clinic ran through my mind. What if a nurse takes your temperature, but through an orifice that always makes you hot? What if a filthy pharmacist misunderstands when you ask him to fill you up? What if a doctor takes an X-ray, sees right through your pants, and can't tell whether it's an accident or an emergency? I need to hear this story told in full. I dialed 999 immediately and requested that a driver pick me up so that I could find these two medical marvels who would tell me how the story would go and to write me dirty. Hello, I'm Katherine Ryan, and I've got two guests to write me a dirty story, all with the hope of winning a pen. And this week, my two hard hunks are Ed Jones and Jake Lambert.
Why did you laugh when you said that?
Because it's like a cancelable offense, isn't it?
It does suggest I'm fully erect at that point.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
our legs are crossed.
Quite intense beginning.
I sort of like that we can still objectify men. We're in the glory days of
Please.
Oh, yeah.
That's my kink.
being objectified. Is a kink of yours?
I just said something and then regretted it instantly and wondered how much say I have over the edit. I panicked, Katherine.
Well, I just want to know about any other kinks you have that maybe made this task a little bit easier. Anything you could parlay into sex.
Yeah, I think it's the 70s.
Yeah?
Nice.
Yeah, I realised. I didn't know. I started writing and then I was like, this is like a 70s farce.
Oh.
I think that's when I would have liked to have been around. Because it would have been, was it the swinging 60s?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Where everyone was a little bit more free love. And then I think that probably eked a little bit into the 70s, but a little bit more restrained.
I think the 70s was pretty handsy.
Oh, was it? But maybe they all did it, but in suits. It was probably the people who were young in the 60s having fun. And then they were like, actually, we do need to make some money and get a job.
Yeah.
So we put a suit on, but we will still behave the
It's
same
still
behind closed
very
doors.
bawdy. Yeah.
And that suits me to the ground.
So brown suits, that's the biggest kink. Yeah. Brown,
Wide
wide
ties.
suits. The 70s doesn't quite do it for me, you know.
No.
I think there's
Am I
definitely...
being kink shamed?
Hey, this is a very, very safe space. I think there's like, for everyone, there's probably an era that they're like, that's the horniest era. I think for me, it's probably, for everyone, it's probably when they were like coming into their teen years, right? When it's all just a
Literally.
bit of a mess. I think my horniest time was maybe like the One Tree Hill era.
Oh.
That's as sexy as it got for me.
Right.
Yeah, that's such a nice way to respond to that. Right,
Long shirts under t-shirts.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Basketball matches
Yeah.
at midnight outside.
And you know the hair, Ed, is very One Tree Hill.
It really is, isn't it?
It
That
is.
is. I mean, I'm glad you said that. That is kind of what we're going for.
Yeah.
Right.
Is this always been the look?
Well, I mean, there was a period, a kind of dark period around maybe
Uh-oh.
2007 where we did try to emulate the Zac
Braff?
Efron, where it's like straightened to within an inch of its life and then pressed hard against the forehead. That was kind of the angle. That was also the era where I tried to shape my eyebrows to kind of make them a little bit more streamlined.
Okay.
So that was a dark period in history that time. So
Can I
we're lucky
ask-
that we got back to this.
A question that I don't mean to be offensive. Do you still do stuff with the eyebrows? Or
No.
is that now
This is au naturel
They look
now.
great.
I've been
Yeah.
told that I was lucky to come. I got a JML bikini trimmer. Long story short,
Mm.
first ever girlfriend said that she wasn't that attracted to me. I assumed that was probably because my eyebrows were too big. I didn't ask her. I just put two and two together
Yeah.
and we got brow. So I bought myself, and like the very early days of Amazon,
Yeah.
JML bikini trimmer. and then kind of
A book about it first, and then the trimmer.
a tome.
Yeah.
I got the cheapest one I could find.
Yeah.
I went from the top
Yeah.
down, which apparently that was a bad. I mean, I
think
don't
either way was
think there's a
good.
lot of bikini trimmer eyebrow advice out there, but I really tried. I like went halfway across to try and shrink the volume of them.
You gave yourself the ick at that point.
Yeah, I certainly did.
Did you find this a great challenge, writing erotic fiction about each other?
I think we both got swept up a lot in the narratives of telling a good story.
Mm-hmm.
And I think maybe the boning was a kind of...
The what?
The sex boning was a kind of added extra onto that. You'd be like, I haven't put any sex into the story. I simply must put it back in.
Yeah.
You're like, but there's a beginning, there's a middle, and there's an end.
Yes.
And boy, is there an end.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
What did they call boning in the 70s, Jake?
Good point. What my first thing that came to my mind, I don't think was a thing, but I'm going to tell you, I feel like I'm being honest. A good jiffing, but that probably doesn't.
Oh, yeah.
Wow,
Does that seem about right? That could work.
That seems wholesome, yeah.
Yeah, we weren't around. We'll buy it.
I'll give. They would have rubbed their thighs a lot like that when they were excited, I think.
A
No?
good jiffing.
Yeah. I would have been a bit of a
It might be jeffing. There's effing and jeffing.
effing and jeffing.
And the lesser known jiffing.
And jiffing. I think it was a cleaning product.
It's anal sex. in the 70s. And how did you two meet? You met on the circuit, presumably.
No.
We met on the pitch.
Yeah, we met at football.
The pitch.
Yeah.
What kind of football team? Is it the comedians football team?
Comedians football
That's
on a Tuesday.
still going.
Yeah, still goes.
Oh.
Yeah. I've not been in a while, but that's how we met.
Yeah.
Tuesday at 1:30.
Yeah. I don't think during any kickabout we did mention writing erotic fiction for each other. It didn't come up.
But I never.
naturally.
Yeah.
You're like,
I
one
can
day.
never find the right moment.
There's a lot of intimacy on the football pitch.
Certainly with my mates who I play with, that's when we're the most kind of open and physical with each other.
Oh, yeah.
Some people have got so angry during the games that they've received emails saying they're not allowed back. We won't name him, but
My husband used to play American football.
wow.
He was very kindly invited to play comedians football. And he got swept up in the spirit of the competitiveness
Yeah.
and tore his ACL again.
No.
Now he's pretty much infirmed. You guys are still standing and he's out.
Yeah, mind you, I've been playing it for a couple of years now, and the average age is certainly ticking up. There's people deep into their 70s now who come along,
no.
and occasionally,
I'm terrible at ages, is there?
yeah.
Well, there you go, Jake. Perfect for you. You've been given the sleazy assignment of writing a dirty story about one another that must feature a setting, a character, and a prop. The story must be set in a hospital. I would like it to feature a doctor, a urine sample, and a glove. The winner gets a Write Me Dirty pen, and their story will receive a place on my dense shelf packed with explicit tales. We're all about consent in the Write Me Dirty library,
Yeah.
so it's down to you two to decide who should go first.
I don't know. Can we flip a coin?
This has gone very football again.
This
It's
has gone very football.
sportsmanlike.
I'm very happy to concede and let you tell your tale first.
I go first.
Oh.
Okay.
Jake, what's the title of your dirty story?
It's called Ed stands for ...
Erectile Dysfunction.
Yep.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Got it in one.
Hey. Do you
Yeah.
remember there was that ad on the Tube a couple of years ago?
Was it
like,
you?
We all hate Ed.
What was the ad? It was just, was there a guy, were they
It's a
trying to make
guy-
a joke and they were calling him Ed?
Yeah.
And they meant erectile dysfunction.
Yeah, but you can,
Yeah.
it's useful for the likes when
And
you take
here
the
you
picture and you
are.
post that.
With bikini eyebrows.
And a very limp dick.
So this could be very triggering, actually.
Yeah, sorry about this.
All right,
I
let's.
didn't realise.
Hey, we'll find out together.
It's ironic, Emily said. What is? Ed asked. Your name's Ed and you've got ED.
Oh,
Erectile
no.
dysfunction.
Oh, no.
Emily rolled over and fell asleep. Ed stared at the ceiling. He was looking up, but things were looking down.
Oh no.
Namely,
He's
his
talking about my
penis.
cock, Yeah.
In case you didn't get that. The next morning, he'd woke to an empty bed. This was his 5th date in a month. All of them had ended the same way, with the girl being disappointed, and then later discovering he couldn't get an erection.
Well, at least he's bringing them home on the first
He's
date.
charming.
Yeah. He puts the legwork in beforehand.
The following morning, Ed stood in front of the bathroom mirror, his toothbrush in one hand, mild despair in the other. He looked down. Why did I ever nickname you Mild Despair? He muttered to himself. There'll be jokes. Ed was in a 3-man sketch group, but he was having problems with his 1-man show.
This is lovely. This
You enjoying
so
this?
far. I'm having a great
You can
time.
get a signed copy if you
Did
want.
you check, Jake, that Ed doesn't have any actual
I Googled it, but
issues?
nothing's around.
Oh, no.
The first Google search result that comes up.
One would assume you're in good cardiovascular health, Ed. You're very
I
young.
see him running around the pitch. He looks great.
Hey,
Is his
thank you,
dick hard?
dudes.
Ed went back to his room. The house was silent. Both his housemates must have been out. Hello, he called. There was no movement downstairs, a feeling he knew all too well
No.
because of the fact that he was suffering from erectile dysfunction.
Yeah, nice.
His phone buzzed in his pocket. At least something was working.
Oh.
Sorry, so you're saying that my penis isn't working?
He pulled it out, looked at it one more time, then put it back and grabbed his phone from his pocket. It was his new friend and comedy hero, Jake Lambert.
Oh.
Lovely.
You had a date last night with my friend Emily. Ed winced. It was one thing disappointing a Bumble match, another thing when she was friends with a beloved comedian. I've got a problem, Ed said. Is it your comedy writing? Jake asked. No, Ed replied. Is it your career? Jake tried again.
Oh.
No, said Ed. Is it your Instagram reels? Will you just let me tell you? Ed said, frustrated. Is it a lack of patience? Jake laughed. Ed did too. That was a funny line. Jake had zinged him yet again. Ed told Jake of his problem, and Jake listened patiently like the great friend he is. I have an idea. I have a friend who may be able to help you with your problem in the trouser department. Does she specialize in erectile dysfunction? Ed asked. No, Jake replied. She's a tailor. Ed guffawed. He really did just love Jake's sense of humor. And who wouldn't? It was accessible, full of punchlines, and family friendly. It was no wonder his latest tour, The Sunshine Kid, had been selling out rooms all around the world.
Wow.
But seriously, Jake said, she's a doctor. And if you're having trouble, I think she can help.
Really nice. Okay.
You
Yeah,
have a good
that's,
so
that's
far?
a lovely act one. That's
Yeah?
terrific.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
And it is, I've even put a little line there. That's the end of Act 1.
I
Act two.
really hope my dick starts working soon.
And what about in the story? Ed entered the hospital. The receptionist looked up, stressed, underwhelmed, unfulfilled. I've just been watching your online videos.
Oh, never
Here,
stop.
Ed handed her over his urine sample that he felt incredibly self-conscious about carrying on the tube. He especially regretted not bringing a bag to put it in. What's this? The receptionist asked. It's my urine sample. We don't need this, she informed him. And why would you need to bring it from home? If we needed one, you just do it here. Jake had got him again. Another classic prank from the Landmeister. Would he ever learn?
So hang on, Jake. Ed's turned up just cupping
He's got it in a thing, but not in a
I've
bag.
got it in a
So he wants
thing.
just maybe just a pint glass from home.
pint
Yeah,
glass.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ed sat waiting for his name to be called. He felt like he was at an audition, but this time he already had the part, brackets his penis. He just needed it to work, brackets become erect. Ed entered the doctor's office. Dr. Jenny Talia was stood staring out the window. I need you to strip, she said. Ed took his clothes off. The whole living room, she continued, turning to the side. Ed could see she was wearing an AirPod and talking on the phone. Then paint it green. Ed put his clothes back on. She turned to face Ed. She was beautiful, and Ed wanted to have sex with her, but he couldn't because he couldn't get an erection.
Oh,
And
yeah.
also she was out of his league and at work.
This is
No.
good. We know what the stakes are.
Now we
This
know.
is-
We
this
know that
is
you
good.
like her.
We know exactly where we are.
I need you to strip, Dr. Jenny Talia said as she turned away to look at her desk. Ed took his clothes off. She continued, yourself with any dignity. Don't be shy. Tell me the problem. Ed put his clothes back on.
You're very quick, Ed.
Hey, it's all in one piece. It's all Velcroized.
She turned back to face Ed. Take your trousers down, she said, turning away. Ed pulled his trousers down to his ankles. To the laundrette and get them dry cleaned. They're covered in stains. Ed pulled his trousers back up. Dr. Talia turned to Ed. Now I know you'll be hesitant to do this and a little shy, but I need you to remove your clothes. Ed nodded and removed his clothes for the third time in 2 minutes. Dr. Talia turned to see Ed stood stark naked in front of the bed. She blushed. I can see your
Yes.
winky, she said.
Oh, no.
Here we go.
You like this? He liked
Yeah.
being naked, didn't he?
No,
Except
this is lovely. My face is generally getting warmer. I don't know if you can see.
you wouldn't
The
be
ears
put
are getting
off
quite hot.
by the word winky.
Oh, well, that's twice in a minute. I've heard that word. Okay.
Ed was surprised by the term she'd used.
Oh, yeah, so was I.
yeah.
It's
good.
quite emasculating, I think.
Yeah,
The
she called it the winky. Isn't that what you need? Not yet, she said, and nodded towards the bed. Ed jumped up. The NHS paper crinkled onto his bottom. Sorry, Dr. Talia exclaimed. I was nodding to the gown. Ed jumped down from the bed and put the gown on. First, we will take a blood sample. She was holding a syringe in her hand. You might feel a prick, she said. I often do, Ed replied.
Oh.
Are you sexually active? She asked. No, replied Ed. I usually just lie there. They laughed.
Ed, how are you feeling so far? I know you got hot and flustered when you heard Winky twice.
Yeah.
But this has got a lot of roasting, a lot of pranks.
Not yet. Oh, so I see what you
nagging.
mean.
Yeah. And do you feel turned on or?
I think it's nice knowing that he's got somewhere to go. Do you know what I mean? This character of Ed, of course, this fictionalized version.
Yeah.
That he's this is as low as he's gonna be.
Yeah.
And I can't wait.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
And it's nice knowing that hopefully that, you know, he might get his comeuppance at the end. That's not me. That's awful. I do
liked it.
apologize.
I liked
No,
it a
it's
lot.
it's out there now. It's
Jake's
on
written it
record
down.
and on paper. Do you usually have problems performing? She asked. No, Ed responded. I'm actually an actor, currently performing in a sketch group, and I want to perform a one-man show. You are, the doctor said with a smile. Oh, well, that isn't quite that. No, she responded, nodding between his legs. You've popped out. I can see your knob.
Oh,
Excuse me.
whoa.
Knob, Ed asked, surprised by her term. An actor, you say? She made her way over. You must be in touch with your feelings. Have you noticed any odd feelings lately? Have you felt down or guilty? Have you done, she bit her lip, a bad thing? Bottom lip, I would have thought.
Yeah,
Hey.
nice.
Rather than-
Yeah.
This is heating up.
You like this?
This
I was
is lovely.
worried at the beginning that you were not going to be capable of this level of filth.
Yeah, but it's there,
Mhm.
lingering.
Yeah, we've got one bitten lip.
No, no, Ed stuttered. She got up and slowly walked over to Ed. Are you ever bad, Ed? Sometimes I don't recycle. I mean, worse than that. I'm not always honest at self-checkout machines. Dr. Talia pulled away and went over to her desk. She bent over to get something from the drawer. Ed tried to look away and do the decent thing, but this is a porno, so he looked up her skirt.
Oh,
Dr. Talia saw him looking. Edward Jones, what are you doing? Call me a hotel receptionist, Ed said, because I'm checking you out.
That's lovely. Also, I'll be honest, using the full name, and I am an Edward,
Yeah.
using the full name is incredibly hot.
He
Thank
likes
you.
that. Yeah, right.
That's great.
You like that?
Yeah.
Mine's got nowhere to go. It's Jake Lambert. It's
Jake
not
isn't short for
Jacob.
anything. It's not Jake Wood. Yeah.
No.
Jake Wood
Jakewood,
sounds
yeah.
nice.
Dr. Talia turned, holding a pair of surgical gloves in her mouth. Well, Ed, she said, snapping one glove onto her hand. If you're a hotel receptionist, then I think we should find out why the lift is out of service.
Oh,
These pauses, Jake. Lordy.
By which I mean your penis. Yeah, I got it. Ed
Yeah.
interrupted. She reached for the second glove. I'm just going to warm these up. She
double
began to
glove.
rub the gloves up and down her thigh.
Oh, why is she double gloving it? What's she got planned?
She approached Ed slowly. Her hand brushed his knee unprofessionally. She turned around and whispered, spread your legs and say, ah. Ed responded, say, Ed did so. Say, Jake Lambert is the best comedian I've ever seen.
Oh.
Ed got halfway through the word comedian before he realised what he was saying. He turned around. Dr. Jenny Talia pulled off her wig, revealing herself to be Jake Lambert.
Oh,
Oh,
whoa. Another classic prank.
Here we go.
Are they still going to bang?
Ed burst into laughter. His privacy had been violated, several medical laws almost certainly broken, and yet he laughed. I should have known, Ed laughed. When you called it Winky, a knob, and, Ed continued, the name Jenny Talia. Jake stopped laughing. No, that's her real name. In fact, I have to go. Dr. Talia will be here soon. But don't worry, said Jake, turning to Ed. I'll never share this story with anyone. And even if we're booked on a podcast where we have to share erotic stories, I'll make it seem fictional so people assume it's all made up.
Thank you, friend. Thank you.
With that, Jake left. 2 minutes later, Dr. Jenny Talia walked in. She was, impossibly, even more stunning than the previous version. Within moments, they were laughing, flirting. Then she asked, are you free tonight?
Oh.
Later that evening, after a dinner that involved 3 glasses of wine, several lingering glances, and even more awkward silences, they went back to Ed's. Dr. Talia pushed Ed onto his bed. He felt movement for the first time in a month. He'd got his standing ovation. His curtain had risen, by which I mean his penis was now erect.
Yes.
Oh,
They lay
finally.
together. Ed's winky, his knob, along with his libido, were back in the room, and soon in Dr. Jenny Talia.
Yeah, because of the sex. Yeah, yeah.
The sex
yeah,
happened, yeah. The next morning, Dr. Talia left, kissing Ed softly on her lips.
Oh,
She turned and
Jake.
walked down the path with promises to see him again. It was only when she got to the top of the street that she removed the wig and threw it in the bin.
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh.
What?
It's a double dip, Lambert.
Jake!
So we did it.
We did it.
Oh, hey, bravo.
Oh,
Bravo.
what do you think?
Criminally insane man you are.
Yeah, that is.
Oh, my God. I mean, I have never heard anything like it. Ed, what are your immediate reactions? You don't seem that shocked. You know Jake better than I do. Is this the kind of prank he's got up his sleeve?
I think there's the commitment to the bit that feels in keeping.
Yeah.
Lovely double twist at the end. That's excellent.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, a lot of real hairy legal issues being raised there.
Oh my
Yeah, sorry about that. And there is a bit of a problem in that it does mean they probably had to have done anal.
Why is that a problem?
It would have been quite a lot on the first date, I think.
Yeah.
He would have probably questioned Dr. Jenny Talia.
I mean, that feels very judgmental to me. A lot of us
She
are
works
ready
hard,
to
Jenny.
go anal date one.
She's a medical professional, Jack. She knows what she's doing.
She doesn't want to get pregnant, Jake.
True.
She's got a career to think about.
True.
Jake.
Great. In that case, it's foolproof.
She's a nice Catholic girl, Jake. You are an incredible storyteller. I feel
Oh, thank you.
on the edge of my seat. I want to know. I want to see more. A lot more. There wasn't
Great.
that much fucking.
Right.
It was not
There's
like
a bit build up.
as
lot
sexy
build
as
up.
it got was, take the bit, biting the lip, hands on legs.
Oh,
Hundred-
unprofessional.
Undeniably sexy.
Yeah, you looked up her skirt at one point.
Yes, I did.
She touched you on professionally.
Yeah.
And what did Ed see when he looked up the skirt? Presumably your balls. Like you were really committed to this prank. Had you tucked in the story?
It's tucked. I think, yeah, I hadn't thought that bit through.
Yeah. His Sunshine
gonna go
Kid
back one more note.
merchandise undies.
Ed, would you like to share your story with us now?
I very much would.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you.
This is when I might
Thank you.
I might get a bit flustered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. So the title of this story is Diagnosis, Bang Her.
Ah.
Good luck, everyone.
Have I missed a pun or is that just very on the nose?
No, that's no, you'll quickly find out. There's no layers to this. Okay. Jake Lambert, MD, picked up the chart very, very normally. It was touch and go for a while there, Mrs. Malone. But after 3 hours of intense exploration, I'm pleased to say I've removed that benign bra.
3 hours.
The average-heighted, dark-haired white man reached over to some Bollinger he was storing in a bedpan and began caressing the cold, wet neck of his lover. "Oh, Dr. Lambert, how will I ever repay you?" she asked, running her finger along the inseam of his Amazon Basics overshirt, brackets grey.
Nice.
Nice.
"Just get out there every Thursday and give your pots a good banging," smirked Lambert. "With pleasure," she replied. "After all, the NHS is the greatest gift this country has. I'd hate to see its resources go private."
Oh, I think your resources are about to go private, Jake.
"Shh," whispered Lambert. "What's wrong with going private?"
Yeah.
Lambert slid the pale blue curtain around the electric treatment couch, but before he could explain his long-held views that outsourcing healthcare from the public sector was a good idea, the door to the treatment room slammed open. "Lambert, my office now."
Good at voices.
Hey,
Yeah,
thanks, man.
it's very well
This
acted.
is all we've got going for us.
That was my first thought. I didn't want to interrupt you really early in the story, but the voice change and straight into the story was very professional.
Thanks, dude.
You're welcome.
We should have sex after this. The voice belonged to the Chief of Doctors, Dr. Ed Jones, UK, MD,
Oh.
who, despite also being an average-heighted, dark-haired white man, was undoubtedly wearing much nicer shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Lambert scooped up the chart along with his lucky 2008 Carling Cup final commemorative program, and the two Lego men strode into Jones's office.
Can I just say, I support Tottenham and they won the Carling Cup in 2008 and I have the programme at home. That's very good.
Remember that.
Very good.
And this is
Remember
an adorable football reference.
And it all comes back.
And I used to work at
Friendship.
Legoland. There was a Lego reference there.
Yeah, we just look like two Lego men. That's I wasn't aware of that.
I used to work at, that was my first job working at Legoland.
Really?
Yeah, that was my first job. I used to work on the rides there.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's a lot of that suddenly
You generally look quite
There's a
emotional.
lot of, yeah.
It's like,
Sorry.
I'm so sorry. Okay, so we're in Dr. Jones's office. Okay, that's where we are. "We have a very high-profile client who needs your attention," said Jones, "and I can't think of anyone else for the job. After all, in all your years here at St. Labcoats, you've never lost a patient." "How correct of you," Lambert replied.
Oh.
"Who are they?" Some cash flush boomer who answers the phone in a different way to millennials? You and your observations about generational differences.
Yes, I've moved on from that stuff. It was
Quipped Jones.
I now do talking cats and dogs,
It's
thank you.
talking cats, thank you. All right. Jones slid across the patient folder. Lambert flicked through it very, very normally. Ian Jones, he asked. Please. Ian Jones is my father's name, replied Jones. Also, the patient is my father. But I'm afraid Daddy's load is too big to handle alone. You'll need a partner.
Whoa.
We can't skim over that.
You're offering up your own father to the story.
Yeah. Changed his name for legal reasons.
Changed his name for legal reasons. Okay.
Yeah.
To Ian.
To Ian.
From...
Very good.
And what about his load?
Well, essentially, it's just too big to handle alone. But very much in a medical sense.
Okay.
Dr. Jones, he's chief of doctors. He doesn't mess around.
No.
All right? He only talks in very practical medical senses.
Fine.
So if there was ever a double entendre there, completely accidental.
Okay.
You'll need a partner. Well, maybe I can help.
Ooh.
Stood behind them was the illustrious figure of Dr. Butler. Hair down to her legs down to the floor, and breasts exactly where you want them.
Very normal.
You called about double teaming your dad?
Is she very straightforward talking as well, or
Did
she mean that?
We'll see. She's
Okay.
maybe
Bit of
she
trouble.
doesn't quite mean what she's saying. I realise that I've maybe made your voice and Sexy Lady's voice quite similar. So
Okay.
maybe
Right.
next time we hear her, she might have a slightly different tone. St. Labcoats was a Dickensian hospital full of rooms for comprehensive physicals.
Oh.
It also had a Costa. Awfully hot today, said Butler, sweat already gathering between her undeniably massive chebs.
Whoa. Jebs.
That's always what I called them.
Love them.
From day dot. That's always been it.
Yeah.
First word.
I knew what I
Whatever
wanted.
you wanted feeding.
Relevant to a baby, yeah.
She said, it's awfully hot today. Lambert replies. Head office says we should get ready for power cuts, Lambert replied. And not the good kind of power cuts, to the NHS's bureaucratic middle managers. But before Lambert could explain about some really thought-provoking articles he'd read on Facebook, they reached Mr. Jones's suite, a pokey treatment room barely the size of a broom cupboard, with nothing but a sink and one solitary bed.
Oh.
This could be a bit tight. No, different character.
Okay.
I've lost myself in my voices
Okay,
already.
yeah, who was that?
That's fine. We've reached his bedroom. Could be a bit tight.
Right.
Oh,
Lambert
dear.
said.
Was it a hybrid of the
Lambert
two?
said. That's what Lambert sounds
yeah,
like.
okay.
This could be a bit tight.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
better than... Yeah.
Lambert said.
The other one was quite camp. Quite a camp voice came out.
I think she might go like that as it goes on. Okay.
Well, one story ago, you were tricking people into having anal sex with you, so
Yes, thank you,
I feel
sir.
like that was a bit camp as well.
I said that was off the record.
This could be a bit tight, Lambert said, reaching for his Costa brand apple juice to cool down. Butler retorted.
I can't drink orange juice. I always go for apple juice. If I'm ever out and about and need refreshing, I go for the Costa apple juice,
Yeah.
which has, I think, sort of lessened my status in some meetings
Oh, no.
To turn up with the juice.
when I have an apple juice.
Yeah,
but
nice.
yeah,
This could be a bit tight,
Uh-huh.
Lambert said, reaching for his Costa brand apple juice to cool down. Butler retorted. Where have I heard that before?
Uh-oh.
Lambert spluttered, partly from arousal, but mostly because it was absolutely one of Mr. Jones's urine samples.
Oh, no.
Mr. Jones, my name is Dr. Butler. I've given myself too many voices. Let's go again. Mr. Jones, my name is Dr. Butler, said Dr. Butler. I'll be conducting your physical.
you think the clues were there?
Yeah, it's all there. Join the dots, Edward. I'll be conducting your physical. No, you will not, Lambert mansplained, in the way he was wont to do. The last thing
That
we
means
need...
that the way a man talks to a woman.
Thank you,
Right, okay.
yeah. Okay. Clear now.
The last thing we need is your alternative practice mumbo-jumbo. In all my years here, I've never lost a patient, and I am not starting today. Like I always say, medicine is the best medicine. Hear, hear, spluttered the old man, his heart rate monitor peaking as his eyes fixed on Butler's comprehensive boobs.
Oh.
Fine, Butler sighed, but some things you can't pin down to science. All the lights went out. Power cuts, said Butler, somewhat clunkily. Without so much of a thought for the hundreds of life support machines that would have undoubtedly shut down across the hospital, Butler decried, "Mind doing it with the lights off?" Lambert shivered. "Is there any other way?" From his pocket, Lambert whipped out his Ange Postecoglou rubber gloves and set about his inspection with the room pitch black. But that meant it was impossible to tell whose body was whose.
I have a question.
Mm.
What is it Ange's face on the plastic gloves?
So I imagine it's kind of like love and hate on the knuckles.
Nice.
So you've kind of gone Ange on one and
Right.
then Postecoglou.
Written out across the...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay, great. Thank you.
But they're so well made. You
Yeah,
can tell.
yeah,
It's-
yeah. Hard to
it's
find, I would
lovely
imagine.
stuff.
And is that a footballer that you like?
Do you know what? I was going to tell you, and I thought that is mansplaining, and I'd go back to being what I've just been accused of. Is a Tottenham manager. I like him, but he's not the best manager I've ever had. He's sort of going through a tough time. I wouldn't own the gloves.
Uh-oh.
Welcome back to the rest is football. We're going to be talking about... So you've got your gloves on.
Yeah.
But with the room pitch black, it was impossible to tell whose body was whose. A leg, a hip, a tap. "I think that's the sink," said Butler. Stumbling in the darkness, Lambert suddenly found himself pressed up against his colleague, his marigolded digits clinging to her waist for support, hot breath on both their cheeks. "Hurry up and put some pricks in me," the old Todger wailed in the dark.
The old Dodger.
The backup generator kicked into gear, and the incredibly...
Oh,
Very good sound
I
effect.
was going to say, how did you know what noise I make when I orgasm? What a deep dive that must have been.
The backup generator kicked into gear, and the incredibly sexy beeps of a heart rate monitor filled the air. "Well, Mr. Jones," Lambert explained, "I see no signs of swelling." "You sure about that, Doctor?" Butler mused. Lambert looked down. He definitely had a boner.
Oh.
"With a few rounds of medicine, you'll be absolutely fine," he insisted. "Thank you, Doctor," wheezed the aging bat. "And can I say how much I enjoyed your speech at last year's Tory party conference?"
Oh, no.
But before the two could discuss necessary cuts to child benefits, Mr. Jones clutched his chest. "Mr. Jones? Are you okay?" asked Lambert. The octogenarian gasped. Butler inspected his monitor. "His pulse is way down." Lambert grabbed the defibrillator and pressed it into Jones' flappy chest. "Clear!" But nothing. "Damn it," cried Lambert. "That power cut must have fried the wiring." "Then we need to raise his heart rate," declared Butler. "But how? We don't have much time," Lambert yelled.
Lose a patient,
Never
Lambert.
lost one yet.
"Damn it, man, we're not going to lose you." "You're right," Butler declared. "The only thing we're losing is this." Butler ripped off her blouse, revealing a really sexy bra. The kind of thing Lambert used to perv over in Bowden magazines when he was a kid. "What are you doing?" Lambert gnarled. "You saw his monitor when he was eyeing my tatas. We need to get him hornier. Hornier, man." Lambert recoiled. "I told you, I don't go in for your alternative mumbo-jumbo." "Lambert, going in is the only option you have left." Lambert hesitated. Would he dare bone in front of his boss's dad in the name of medicine? Butler looked him dead in the eye. "I thought you said you'd do whatever it takes." With that, the two of them went absolutely at it. And I mean absolutely at it. They tried every position. Missionary. But Mr. Jones continues to struggle. But still, Mr. Jones continued to struggle. "Oh no, it's still not horny enough," cried Butler. "Then try this." Lambert pulled out his Carling Cup final program.
Oh.
"Spank me." "What?" quizzed Butler. "I said spank me, woman. It's the only way." Butler duly obliged, and as the lifeless face of a Spurs player who it was recommended we keep nameless for legal reasons, spanked against his pasty backside, Mr. Jones burst back to life. Oh, thank you, Doctor," he said, clutching Lambert's wrist. "Please, don't thank me," Lambert replied. "Thank my colleague." The two clinicians smiled, both still completely naked. You know what? I guess the best medicine is sex.
I mean, Wow. Jake,
Wow.
Did
your
you come?
initial reactions?
Great research.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very flattered.
Does that turn you on in your day-to-day life if someone goes to the trouble of like really getting to know you, adding those little details, or is it the tits that were mentioned?
It's nice to feel seen,
Yeah.
and it's nice to see things.
Very diplomatic answer.
Thank you. You did very well at the Tory party conference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again,
Little thing
very,
I-
very valid point.
Good research.
Can you elaborate on the Tory party conference? Did you do a gig
I
there?
think you just throw me under the bus
Just
for a
throwing
bit
you
of
under the
fun.
bus.
Yeah, I've got
Yeah.
nothing to do with them whatsoever.
Okay.
Just one vote every 4 years is absolutely fine, isn't it?
I mean, this was a very sexy story.
Hey, thank you.
The voices really swept me away
Yeah.
into the narrative. Jake, when you went between characters, it was such a subtle change.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I think in an audio medium,
Yeah.
people might struggle.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't get the call for the 50 Shades audiobook. It didn't come through in the end.
I loved both stories so much, but there can only be one winner. And I'm going to think again about the stories and decide which one made me horniest. Jake,
Yes.
your story began with an insult.
Yeah.
ED stands for erectile dysfunction.
Yes.
And it was a roast, which I love in comedy, but it was absolutely punishing. Just Ed's dick doesn't work. Ed can't get an erection. Tricks and pranks and negging relentlessly from you, Jake.
But never about your political stance.
No.
No, that didn't come up in the end, no.
Yeah. It was very well written. I was
Oh.
gripped like one would try to do to Ed's penis if it weren't.
Which it does now. I fixed it.
Yeah,
you
you
fixed
did.
it. You fixed Ed's cock. That was great. You really are able to write in a way that I think could be a thriller, it could be a horror, murder mystery. Like I was really, really
Wow.
captivated by the double twist.
Yeah, that was a lovely touch, that, yeah.
Thank you.
And in terms
This
of
is
personal
very lovely.
sacrifice, you gave your very own asshole
Wish I wasn't holding my hands up as that bit came out. But
Yeah.
yes.
for the good of the story. So like that showed a lot of commitment. Ed, you went an opposite route, I feel. I think that you complimented Jake quite a lot. You researched him. You knew, even though you pretended not to, about the apple juice and the mouth ulcers. Your acting background really shone with the voices.
Thank you.
you.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. And Jake was there too. And then you mentioned Tottenham and the Carling Cup. And I could just see that that was getting Jake really flustered as well.
Yeah.
I'm really trying to add in a nice narrative that also, as a doctor, he doesn't believe in alternative practices.
No.
But then he realizes by the end that they are.
Yeah.
He's come round full circle.
I loved both stories so much for very different reasons. But the Write Me Dirty library really champions love. And simply because Ed's story was more loving toward Jake, the winner is Ed Jones.
Oh, my word.
Oh, that's what that is.
Oh, my word. Look at this.
Oh,
Yeah.
No
wow.
way. Look at this, eh?
Yeah. Do you have a
Oh,
winner's
that's
speech?
great.
A winner's speech. I mean, well, speaking of love, and, maybe what the world needs now is love.
Yeah.
And I actually felt that act of friendship at the end, doing what you had to do for your mate. I thought that was also a great
Oh,
sign
thank
of love.
you.
So I am gonna keep this if that's okay, because I really like the box. But thank you so much. This has been the honor of a lifetime. Thank you.
Oh, lovely.
Congratulations. Thank you so much to my guests, Ed Jones and Jake Lambert. Ed's story ensured that my horny hospital hallucinations came to life. As soon as Jake and Ed left, the winner's book was printed and I popped it on my tough bookshelf. And for all of you at home, if this has inspired you to write your own dirty story, I'll leave you with this substantial tip. Don't forget to inject sexual tension in a surprising way when you're writing your story. In a hospital, that could be through a naughty medical emergency, a lingering look in the waiting room, or through the rock-hard cock of Ed Jones' father. That's all from me. Until next time, when 2 more guests will write me dirty. You're all clear.